Mind-blowing moments on paternity court.
He does that, she does that. Check, check. He loves her, she loves him. Check, check. His mama like her, his mama. Check, check. You check all the boxes, right?
I was watching your show. God bless you, and I really love you.
Well, thank you. This is a courtroom that takes family very seriously, children, and the truth.
All right, folks, you wouldn't believe the latest scoop. Kaye Woodbury, our beloved reality TV star, on a mission to win the Ultimate Paternity Award. Yep, that's right. She was out to prove her fiance, not some mystery man, that he deserves the proud papa title to her kiddo. A good tabloid. Do eat your heart out.
I mean, I know 110% that Daquan is the father of my child. I don't sleep with no one. I don't look at nobody. I don't have feelings for no one else but this man. There's always gonna be people in his ear no matter where we go, just because I do have that reality star TV persona. And it could be not even denying our son or anything.
Oh, classic superstar dilemma, right? Rumors raining like confetti on their parade. Mr. Cage, the midget winner, had a real heart-to-heart with the court. He achieved a world record for coziness at the speed of light.
Did you use protection?
No.
Oh, y'all are doing the most. So we start off irresponsible.
Yeah, yes.
Have you decided your boyfriend and girlfriend now? I mean, what is
Not right
this?
away. No, not right away.
We were still just like hanging out. I mean, like, people were always telling me, they were just like, even some of her co-stars, they were just like, hey, listen, don't trust Kaylee. She's out there.
If you think that all of that too, FYI, Mr. Cage, the Sherlock of Celebville, had cracked the superstar code. Not only that, he's got a crystal ball for her playbook. How about we hit the warp speed button and zoom right into the baby bump part? Yeah, you knew we were headed to this.
I
me,
told her
it's
she was
a shock.
lying. I was like, you're lying. She was like, no, I'm not. I'll go get another one. And I was like,
take
go get
your
another
word.
one. She got another one. It was positive. And I mean, like, I was happy but scared at the same time.
When does the doubt just
4
set
months
in and you
Well,
go,
the doubt started kicking in.
3 months.
Yeah, around 3 months.
The baby daddy wasn't feeling comfy with the plaintiff hanging around with this other guy. And, you know, the whole scene just screamed doubt. It's like a puzzle piece that fits, right? Defendant had a big question mark hovering over his head.
you were saying all the right things, but you were feeling something different.
Of course. I'm just.
You really weren't living your best life. You was living your best lie.
Yeah.
Right? And Miss Woodbury, what it seems like to me is this public persona was affecting your relationship.
Very much so. And then especially when it's my child, like our child.
Buckle up for the show. Doubt's in the driver's seat, and guess who's riding shotgun? Judge Jake. It's like she's got a PhD in raising eyebrows. This TV star's in for a lesson, folks. Time to take notes.
When you start singing a song about, and see, says he's got dimples and he's got dimples. He's got an eye and he's got an eye. Right? He likes eggs and he likes eggs. Like that, when that song starts to play, what it tells me is there is doubt.
Now, here's a twist that even roller coasters envy. Not so famous boyfriend at some point had a who's your daddy moment, claiming the mini-human resembles the other dude. The baby mama turned into a professional denier, shedding that theory like a boss.
I feel like there's certain features.
Where?
I feel like
Where?
features.
He looks, okay, one, he's so much darker than you. And
It
no.
don't matter. You're.
No.
Like-
Just no. He looks
I don't have to say it.
110% nothing like the other man. The other man looks nothing like him.
Well, after enough, he said, she said, our court Queen Judge Lake steps in for the big revelation because the anticipation was killing them. The DNA showdown went on with the closure sticker, or something like this.
You are the father. You can see how relieved you are.
Yeah.
How does it feel to just finally know?
I can marry her and finish where we left off, because that was my goal when I met her.
You won't believe it. Could a newspaper article play matchmaker? Our gutsy gal, Miss Garner, reads it and wonders, could this be Dad? And now she headed to court, all fired up to prove her lifelong question isn't just a question anymore, at the expense of her sister's disbelief.
I believe that my sister is defaming my mother's name by making accusations that Mr. Smith is her father. All of our life, we have believed that this man right here, Lucius Kirkland, is the man that is Carmen's father. This is the man that my mother has said to be her father, and this is the man that I believe is her father.
However, folks, Miss Spencer was in the ring, and the mama bear protector here, not letting any disgrace past her watchful eye. But wait for it, Miss Garner's playing the accusations card, like a courtroom magician told that back in 7th grade, a random lady approached her saying, "Hey, I'm your aunt." Seriously?
She heard about that in the 7th grade. That would have made you how old, Carmen?
About 12 or 13.
And when did he come to you?
When I was 37 years old.
That means he thought about it when she was 12 or 13 too, Your Honor. That's when he should have stood up.
So, Miss Garner, your mother told you when you approached her and said someone had said this to you, she said they're lying.
She said they're lying, they made it up.
Can you believe it, peeps? Miss Spencer's maybe dad pops up thanks to a newspaper article. It's like something out of a crazy storybook. And hold on to your seats, because Mr. Smith's stepping in to spill the beans.
It was in the paper, in the Canton paper. I got a call from my oldest daughter that Carmen is your daughter. I started reading the paper, and then what happened was, then I started to try to communicate with her, with Carmen. This is 20 years later.
She saw the article and called you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, brace yourselves for some hot twists and turns. Miss Spencer's not taking this mind-boggler lying down. She's got her detective cap on, wondering why the potential dad's been MIA until now, despite being practically neighbors.
When you were with Miss Garner's mother and Miss Spencer's mother, did you remember her also being in a relationship with someone else? Lucius, anybody? Do you remember that?
Well, we dated for about a year.
Okay.
But at that particular time, Your Honor, I did not.
Okay.
If he dealt with her for a whole year, he had to have known something.
It's like a puzzle missing a key piece. Miss Spencer was in the mood for Concern Express. But oh snap, here comes Miss Garner ready to sprinkle some more facts into this paternity potion, making everything even more confusing for the courtroom. Here, listen to what she has to say.
I believe my mother was 20 years old, and if I can remember doing things when I was 20 years old, it could be very much so possible. For me to stand here and say, no, it never happened, and I know it didn't happen. Kathy was 8 years old when Mom died. I was 17, I'm the oldest. And she sits down and she acts like mother sat around like at a fire camp and told them all they business.
Ah, the classic sister showdown. Judge Lake, our peacemaker, waved the white flag of wisdom to settle this sibling scuffle. The big reveal was on the horizon, aiming to add some much-needed clarity to this family circus.
Mr. Smith, you are her father.
Glory!
Oh man, well, grab the tissues and let those tears flow, guys. It was like a soap opera with a standing ovation. Therefore, Mr. Smith, the heartwarming maestro, plays a melody of gratitude that hits Judge Lake right in the feels.
I was watching your show, and the young lady called me, and I said, I don't do that other stuff. I said, I'm watching. She said, oh, that's where you going. I said, well, let's go, but before that, I wasn't going to go on no show. But God bless you, and I really love you.
Well, thank you. This is a courtroom that takes family very serious.
How would you feel if you had a storybook romance until your child is born with a rare illness? Mrs. Whittier was facing a similar situation where her boyfriend was doing the "Is this my kid?" dance. Huh? Talk about a romance script going off-road.
Shortly before Lucas's birth, we had an argument, and that argument led to the ultimate gonna shut him up kind of moment. So I said, well, how do you know if it's even yours?
You say that in the argument.
Yes. I never doubted it was his, but I just kind of wanted to end the argument and let it be done. And I've regretted that statement ever since I made it.
Oh, let's break out this rom-com, people. Miss Whittier spills the beans as their love story was hotter than a summer beach. But hey, here comes the ominous clouds. Like an evil eye, this was the main rift that settled everything on the crash course.
There was some argument.
There were some arguments?
Yeah.
Yes, and an ex of mine decided to be disgusting and send a very vulgar message to my phone. He found it,
and thought that maybe there was some continuing relationship there.
Oh, okay.
And then I moved in with my ex.
Oh boy! Things took a nosedive thanks to the classic infidelity bomb. Talk about a speedy script flip, right? It's like the drama meter went from 0 to 100 in a nanosecond. Anyways, when the baby was born, the situation was something like this.
You know, look at your family. Your family doesn't have these health problems. They don't have these medical problems. And these are, you know, only inherited things. Well, that's not entirely true, you know.
Mr. Reed, you were there on the day Lucas was born as well?
Oh, yes.
You did?
He cut
I
the
held
umbilical
one
cord
leg,
and turned
folded
into
her
a
up,
big
my mom had the
marshmallow.
other one, and she pushed, and the baby come out. Buddy, and I instantly cried. As soon as that
He
child
cried more than I
ran.
did.
Wow, that was a real head scratcher, wasn't it? The baby mama was still hitched, legally speaking. So the hospital was like, sorry, Mr. Reed, no birth certificate party for you. Seriously, can things get any more tangled? Take a look at what the baby mama said next.
Lucas started getting really sick. When he was 2 weeks old, he had his first grand mal seizure. Sometime during that 3-week hospitalization, Joe's like, how does this happen? You know, nobody in my family has seizures. Nobody in my family, any of the feeding issues or the heart issues or the brain issues that Lucas does.
Oh, talk about a plot twist. The baby's health hiccup cranked up the spice, pushing those doubts into overdrive. Although Mr. Reed was involved with the baby's mother, it's like sometimes you plan and the universe plans. Here is what he adds to this testimony.
Mr. Reed, you submitted a graft to the court, and you're saying on your side of the family, your grandmother, grandfather, on both sides, maternal and paternal.
No, I had...
Your mother and father.
Yeah, nobody has albinism. I've never heard of anybody in my
No one.
family. Nobody.
There's no one with an actual diagnosis, but there's several people who show similar symptoms.
Well, talk about a surprise topping. After the baby mama's confession, the spotlight turned dimmer on her. But hold on, here comes Judge Lake, calling an expert ready to drop some truth bombs of her own. It's like a courtroom with a twisty twist.
And this court wants to understand, is albinism passed genetically?
Albinism is passed genetically from the parents to the child, but depending on which gene is affected, depends on whether both parents or one parent passes it.
Oh.
Normally, the albinism trait is recessive.
Just stay right there, paternity enthusiasts, because we've got emotion-packed testimonies that flew left and right. Even the experts tossed in their 2 cents. But guess what? This broken duo's destiny lies in the hands of DNA results. Drumroll, please. It's time for the grand unveil.
Mr. Reed, you are the father. I can see how relieved you are.
I'm shaking, man. This is the happiest day of my life. Aside from him being born, it's the happiest day of my life.
Oh, don't skip this one, people. For this one, we've got Mr. Gilbert with baby dreams. But wait for it, his sister swoops in, stirring the pot with accusations about him and his daddyhood. It's like a reality TV knockoff with whispers and drama in the air.
When I got pregnant, he was there, and it's like when he told his family I was pregnant, that's when they turned against me, and they had put in his mind that he's not the father of my son.
You were in a relationship?
Yes, we met in my old neighborhood. It was like love at first sight. We was friends first when we was in love. I didn't want to get pregnant, but he wanted to chat.
Our leading man raised an eyebrow at the baby mama's crew. Not his cup of tea, apparently. But just 4 months in, Mr. Gilbert was all like, "You, baby mama!" Talk about speed dating for parenthood, right? Just look how cozy he was before the concerns.
He wrote a love song about me.
You're a singer, Mr. Gilbert?
Yes, ma'am.
And you wrote a love song about her?
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't understand how you're doubting her.
Not down her. It's just down the situation at hand. It's like my family don't feel like he mine.
They don't know me.
My family don't feel like he mine. Maybe it's the persona she gave off, you know?
They don't know me,
She
but
give
they
me
was
different
friends. They
vibes.
was cool with me at first.
With secrets and suspense in the spotlight, Mr. Gilbert has always wished the baby to be his, as he broke down mid-trial. Here comes the sister ready to clarify her testimony. Oh, let the games begin. Listen to what she testified.
The streets talk, and she was messing with other people at the time, Your Honor.
What
that's
other
why.
people?
That's
You don't
why.
even know me.
That's why I'm saying
Word.
we heard from
When and
people
where?
that she was pregnant before she started messing with my brother. And my brother,
No, that's
he
my
probably, if
first
he could
child,
have
my
kids,
only
he'd have
child.
6 of them. He hasn't have any, and that's why we're in denial because my brother, he's sick and he haven't conceived any kid.
Plot twist alert. Guys, Mr. Gilbert's got a past bout with scarlet fever, and the sister's concerns bringing some genuine allegations to the table. However, the plaintiff, like an immovable rock, denied every word thrown her way.
He's still there.
Take care of him. He be there for him.
But you know he has the doubt, and
Yeah.
you say it's because of his family.
Yeah.
The truth is, if in fact he is Corey's biological father, the way you say, that's his aunt.
Right.
Miss Davis steps onto the scene, all smiles and sunshine, thinking she's got the golden ticket to love paradise. Fast forward, and suddenly the gang's united against her, and it's party time in camp. Let's gang up on Miss Davis.
He's still there.
Take care of him. He be there for him.
But you know he has the doubt, and you
Yeah.
say it's because of his family.
Yeah.
The truth is, if in fact he is Corey's biological father, the way you say, that's his aunt.
Right.
Ladies and gents, time for a jaw dropper. Guess whose name's on that birth certificate? Yep, you got it. Mr. Gilbert's in the spotlight. He was all about baby support until dun 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 entered the family. Just listen to what happens next.
What's the nature of your relationship right now? You're working on a relationship.
Yeah, what I heard, she was pregnant right now by another man.
So, you lying?
How should
You
they
lying?
still together?
You lying?
Wait a minute.
You trying to make another
family.
one.
Wait, hold on.
You trying to make another one.
Hold on.
Oh, the sister versus baby mama clash was in full swing. They tossed words like bullets. However, Judge Lakes hold my gavel. She steps in with the ultimate truth serum, the DNA results. Cue the mic drop on those feisty arguments.
Mr. Gilbert, you are the father.